And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Blue Revolver Double Action. Though the real objective of this stream is mostly testing my new camera. Apparently it runs at 60 frames per second, though I think that that's bullshit. Doesn't look like 60, but maybe it is 60. Though that's not really important, as long as it works, and it seems like it works, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, I guess in the meantime as well, I'm gonna just try to get some runs here. So I'm not sure what shot type to pick. Wasn't really thinking that far into the stream, I guess. But yeah, one of these, I guess. For example, the laser one. Sure. Okay. Yeah, at least it's nice to have a camera again. Pretty cool. It's basically the Logitech 922. It has like very high resolutions, but I didn't pick the highest resolution. Well, first of all because it's completely unnecessary, but also because I would prefer running it at 60 frames per second, and according to the camera you either pick 1080p or 60 frames per second. You cannot pick both. Also, how is it going, Draino? Now I'm just here with the new camera and with a very nice depth. Should play the Blue Revolver devs other games Crandall? I don't remember seeing it, but I could investigate. Is it a shoot 'em up or is it some other type of game? Because I didn't even know the devs made another game, especially since Blue Revolver is it's quite an old game by now. I think it has like what, 80 years or something. Well, this particular version is recent, I guess, but I guess in comparison to when it first started, it's quite a lot. Right. It's playable in your browser. I wasn't expecting that, but what type of game is it? Like, what genre of game are we talking about here? Like, which sort of sorcery is it? Like platformer? Beat 'em up? Puzzle? Like, because with that name, Scrandle, I could expect a lot of things. Well, with Blue Revolver, I guess you can expect a lot of things too. Like, so Blue Revolver, yeah, I guess. I mean, obviously something that involves shooting. That's for sure. Like, can you stop dying to this guy if it's possible? I will appreciate it. There you go. Oh, I know which one it is. Yeah, I know which one it is. I saw a streamer play it. It's just I didn't know it was called like that. No thank you. I appreciate the offer, but I think I rather not. No, those type of guessing games I'm not a fan of. Like things like GeoGuessr, Time Guesser, and well, in that case, that, like, nah. Not a fan. It's incredibly funny sometimes. Yeah, maybe, but yeah, it's certainly not my type of game. You know, you know me. I like when you need to react to things. Well, react. Okay, that wasn't a very good thing to say compared to to the game that you're suggesting, but I mean reacting as in reaction time, you know? Things that you need reflexes to play. Though, was this really made by the same devs? I mean, I don't see why not, but that's quite a wild change, isn't it? From a shoot 'em up to a full guessing thing. Quite the evolution. I guess that just tells you how profitable shoot 'em ups are. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's a pretty random piece of information. In fact, I'm surprised you know that. Like, how will you even know it's made by the same devs? I don't even know how the devs of this game are even called. Because if it was on Steam, I would understand, but I know that it's a browser game, yeah, but like... Oh, there is an ad for Blue Revolver? Really? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wonder how many people have tried the game because of the ad. I guess that's a very popular game. Like, I've seen streamers that have absolutely nothing to do with shoot 'em ups play it. Well, nothing to do with anything even remotely close to shoot 'em ups. So that's pretty wild. Wonder how many people it has attracted to the genre itself. I was not expecting to learn that today. It's a pretty cool piece of information, I gotta say. Thanks for sharing, I appreciate it. Pretty wild information. It literally says I also made Blue Revolver with screenshots of the game and a link to the store page. Nice. You know what that reminds me of? I'm pretty sure that you're aware with Salty, right? Like that 24/7 Mugen stream on Twitch that allows you to bet on versus CPU matches, right? Well, that guy also made a game. I think it's a cell phone game. I don't even know what it is because I never bothered to check it. It's called Waifu Wars. And every time that you see that stream, it's like it's shilling that game. And I think that even by playing it, you get rewards for betting in the stream, so it's pretty funny, honestly. But I guess some people really make what you least expect, right? Actually, that reminds me of another example of unlikely people to make something, but I think that this example might not be very appropriate. But yeah, basically, you know, you're probably also familiar with a certain manga anime called like Don't Tease Me Nagatoro, right? Like, it got very popular some years ago. I don't know if it's still popular now, but well, the point is that the author of that did some other pretty interesting manga that you look at them and you're like, wow, alright. Quite the evolution. You will never know what someone else, what someone did aside from what you're currently playing, watching, reading, whatever, right? Consuming, essentially. I don't follow manga stuff. Well, in the case of Nagatoro, it's an anime as well, you know. In fact, that's what gave it the extreme popularity it had, the anime. I personally think it's trash, but then again, that's what I think about like 99% of the anime that you will show me, you know. So I'm not a good judge for that. But yeah, that one was pretty popular. It already ended. Well, I don't know if the anime ended, but I do know that the manga ended. But yeah, it's not worth it. Because every time there is something popular, I'm tempted to look at comments since I cannot bother to read it or watch it. And yeah, it's it's not good. But it's fine. In fact, that's a funny thing, like, you know that I barely watch anime or read manga, well, to the point that the last one I did is the Steel Ball Run, and it's not the manga, but I mean the anime, and that's like the only one in years. But the thing is that I know a lot about like some popular ones, not because I seen it, but because I like seeing people talk shit about them. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny to see shit posts about shitty stories, you know. You could think, well, maybe you should do something more productive with your time instead of that. But I don't know, I think it's very productive, you know. You know how some people watch stand-up comedy? Well, I personally don't understand the appeal of stand-up comedy. But in that same way, people wouldn't understand the appeal of reading people shit talk a popular series, you know? To me, that's my fits of stand-up comedy. Yeah, it's fine. I've been watching some really good anime lately. Like what? What have you been watching? Oof, close. So easy to get completely cornered here. And again, this weapon is kinda... it's not very good. I was gonna say it's kinda shit, but it's not really shit. It's just that it's lacking. It's severely lacking. Ah, fuck you, dude. That wasn't a break, really. We're watching the entirety of Shosho plus Steel Ball Run episode 1, finished Death Note recently and currently going through Vinland Saga. I haven't watched Vinland Saga, but you didn't watch Death Note before? Is that your first time watching it? Or did you just decide to do a rewatch? Because It's been a while since I watched it. Then again, I'm not a fan of rewatching stuff. Well, and when I say I'm not a fan, I think I say I never done it before. Trying to think of things that I rewatch, but... Well, I mean, I did rewatch movies when I was younger, but... I remember, I think the movie that I probably watched the most was Finding Nemo. I watched that shit so much when I was a kid. And that's mostly because the visuals of that movie are so good. I mean, when you're a kid, you get easily impressed by visuals. But yeah, the visuals of Finding Nemo are very good. And it's not something that you see every day either. It's a very particular story. It's a story about fishes. Like, you don't see that very often. So seeing like the bottom of the ocean and all the weird things it has was super cool to me. Surprised that I never really found like a special affection to, well, affection is not the word. What's the word I'm looking for? Fixation, I guess. Like, I never got fixated with submarine stuff. Like, I could have become a marine biologist, you know? Well, I don't know if that's how you call them. Marine, because marine is what you call the people in the army. Not sure if that's also what you would call people that study underwater shit. But yeah, point is that weird that I didn't choose that with how much I watched that movie when I was a kid. Good way of cornering yourself, bro. Oh, I got the break, really? No way. Recently finished it for the first time. Oh, and you never got it spoiled. Well, that's pretty nice. Pretty hard as well to never get spoiled on Death Note, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the Sid's Harry Potter movie, you know? That's a movie that everyone spoils. Though I'm pretty sure that most of the people that spoil the movie don't even know that it's from that movie. So how is it going, Wasabi? People die in it. That is correct. Well, and there's also the obvious most popular spoiler, which is the Star Wars spoiler. Death Note has a very similarly popular spoiler. I will say that it's like in the list, in the same list of popular spoilers. But yeah, what do you think of it? Do you like it? Well, you say that you watch good anime, so I'm assuming you like it. I don't think you will be calling it good otherwise. So hey, I'm glad that you like it. I mean, I remember that for the longest time I will claim that to be my favorite anime. I'm not sure if I will say that nowadays, but then again, there's not many. Like, I think that the first season of Psychopaths is something that I will probably also answer if people ask me what's my favorite anime. Wow, I got killed like that, really? It's pretty bad. Not sure how it happened. Was pretty risky. Also kinda forgot what's supposedly the passive ability of this shit. Probably has to do with the chance time or whatever it's called. Maybe the fever time. I don't know what it's called. That's a lot of coins, holy shit. I gotta say that this sub-weapon is very good in terms of how much you can spam it. That it's not very convenient if you want to down someone very fast. I'm out of bombs and almost out of lives as well. Couldn't get the break. But my damage there was pretty bad. Yeah, there was no way to survive that. There was zero way to survive that. Okay, got the extend quite early, I guess, compared to when I get it. Also, sorry, Draino, I'll read what you say in a bit, but the final stage is a stage that you cannot look away. The final stage is that messed up, very messed up. I really don't like starting this fight with full bombs. It's fine. Nicely done. Also, the bomb shield stays for a while. That's not where you're supposed to shoot. Huh, that was bad. Okay, I shouldn't really pop all of the turrets in Fusilade, because dealing with the pattern afterwards, it's way worse. Ah, that hit me. It's pretty hard to not get hit by those balls though. So I think the other day I learned that this pattern is supposed to be a timeout. You don't deal any damage, it just goes away on its own. Okay. That's fun. Did I miss all of those? I think I probably did. But now the issue is that I have zero... Fuck. I have 0 meter because of that. Well... That was terrible. That was so bad. Completely fucking up the redirecting of this shit. Didn't. Well, I wouldn't have had enough. Resources anyway, so that was a better run than I was expecting, I guess. But yeah, sorry. What were you saying? I rated Death Note at 10. It's a pretty cool anime. But yeah, I don't know if I rewatch it, if I'm gonna feel the same as if I felt last time that I watched it. That was like what? Probably 10 years, no, 10 years, no, probably more. Wait, hold up. This is not even... Alright. There we go. There is a little bit of cold today, sorry. Need to get a little bit of warmth. Anyways, let me check. what other thing could I do here? I mean, I could keep trying with the same shot type, but is that a good idea? Can I get far? Yeah, I probably should be able to. And it's better to stick to one shot type than keep switching, so might as well, I guess. Dead Note. I don't think I will be exaggerating if I say that last time I watched it was 15 years ago. Either 15 or 14 years ago. It's been a very long time. But yeah, it's certainly a very good anime. It's the perfect anime for like a teenager, right? Though obviously you can enjoy it as an adult too. But I think that for a teenager it has the perfect elements. Like perfect soundtrack, perfect moments, perfect premise as well. It's just very well done. I don't know, it's the kind of thing that like I can already imagine myself watching it nowadays and studying, you know, criticizing random shit. I don't know, maybe not, but it's just that I guess I became pretty picky with stuff lately. We will see. We will see, not for that one, but I guess if I watch another shonen. So technically, well, Steel Ball Run is a shonen and I like it. So maybe not. I don't know. Were you also watching MF Ghost, by the way? Because, see, that's, for example, the perfect example of an anime that maybe if I watch it years ago, I will be like, damn, this is great. Like, I love it. But watching it now, I just cannot help but be like, you know. I watch up to season 2. You plan on watching season 3? Or, well, maybe you're waiting until it's finished. I think it's only like 1 or 2 chapters left, right? I think. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Oof. Well, you watch once the final season releases. I think the final season is the next one. I think. Maybe. I have the feeling it is. But yeah, it's probably gonna come like at the end of next year. I wouldn't be surprised. Or something like that, at least. Not really excited for it anymore. Yeah, I personally lost interest. Like, I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes of season 3, and I'm like, I don't want to keep watching this. So yeah. Well, at least it's nice to know that I'm not the only one. Well, I guess in that case, maybe I need to retain my confidence that maybe the stuff that I like, I'm still gonna like it. Will be the case. Another thing that you could watch if you want to is Psychopaths. The thing about Psychopaths is that, aside from the first season, I'm not sure exactly how much stuff it has. Because it's not something based on a manga like most anime. I'm pretty sure it's something like it's a completely original work. So one of those things that it could have new stuff at any moment, right? So because of that, yeah. Yes, I know that you like to watch stuff when it's over. You watched it a long time ago but never finish. Understandable. Also, you know, speaking of watching, how does my camera look? Like, I'm assuming since no one presented any complaints that it works fine, but does it look fine? I'm gonna assume it does. But yeah, it's pretty much the purpose of the stream, to test it out. What a camera. Yeah, pretty funny. Very, very funny. I'm pretty sure that here, if you had the icon of Twitch that has the cover eye, you will use it. You don't see a camera on stream, of course. Of course. Clearly. Sounds good. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, you know, the next Need for Speed game is very special. Like, apparently it's a Need for Speed game that actually tries to focus on story. And it's presented as if it was more of a story game than a racing game. I expect it to be a shit show, honestly, but maybe I'm wrong. It seems that they spend more money on the acting and the mocap than they did on the game. So yeah, also, it's getting fucking cold. I look fine, thanks. Good to know that. Also, the camera has, you know, a light when it's working. And this one, the previous one had it on the side, and this one also has it on the sides, but it's like it covers the... and it's hard to explain, but it looks nice. I personally like it. You know, something very interesting about the camera is that the previous one that I had, which is the 525, also by Logitech, is apparently like more than 2 times as expensive as this one, even though it's worse in every way. I guess it's an older camera, but I'm assuming that it's like that because it's an old camera that is not produced anymore. I think that reminds me when people in Osu recommended a tablet, right, to play, and everyone recommended like the Wacom something, like a very specific model that wasn't produced anymore. And because of that, I'm pretty sure that the price like went up a lot. Nowadays there are most likely a lot of alternatives, but I think if a model is old and it's not produced anymore, you're gonna find it very expensive. The thing is that this camera is better in terms of specs and obviously newer, and it's cheaper than the previous one simply because scarcity, I'm assuming. Because I cannot imagine any other reason. The previous camera I used basically had like supported 720p and 30 frames per second, and I'm pretty sure that the 720p that it supported was not even like widescreen resolution. I think it was like a more compact resolution, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was like that. And there's also the fact that well, it had a microphone, but this one also has a microphone. And this one on top of that also comes with a little, well, I don't know how this word is pronounced in English. I'm assuming it's tripod, but basically like a 3-leg thing where you can let it rest. Well, this thing comes with that, while the previous one didn't have that. So it's one of those things that I have to assume that it's worth more simply because it's no longer produced and it's a lot harder to find, because otherwise there is absolutely zero reason to purchase the other one. There is no reason. I gotta admit that aesthetically it looks pretty nice, the previous one. This one also looks pretty nice, but oh, maybe it's just the fact that I got used to seeing it and that's it. Maybe that's the case. But yeah. This camera, I hope it lasts a long time, because the previous camera lasted more than 7 years. This one, like, I just have a slight feeling that since it runs at a higher frame rate, it's probably not gonna last that long. So that will be an issue. But hey, I mean, it's too early to say I should purchase it, you know? But yeah, I don't expect it to last as long. Not to mention that things in general, like, the longer time passes, the less they last. They are made to not last long. Which kinda sucks, but it is what it is. Close. I think that I was also thinking of what to stream tomorrow. I think that, like, the original plan will be to just continue with the Need for Speed games, but I think I want to play another shoot 'em up. I don't know though. I'll think about it. Anything can happen. But yeah, now that I have a camera, at least I don't really need to limit myself with anything. Like, I can just play whatever I want. We will see. Oh, I almost died there. Ah, damn it, dude. I should bomb this thing as soon as it starts. There is no reason not to. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a moron, I guess. Well, I don't feel like restarting, honestly. I don't. I should, but I'm not. In fact, I'll do something stupid. Well, it's something that I do oftentimes, but I'm not gonna bomb a single time unless I have a full stock. And if I die, I die. And the moment I die, unless it's like very late that I kinda doubt, I'm just gonna restart. We will see. Maybe I'm gonna get lucky enough. Maybe not. Probably not. You know, I think about it. There other shoot 'em up that I was talking about. I will play it today even. Just that since I'm here, I might as well get a 1 coin clear, right? I still want to go for 100% in this game, you know. There's also, by the way, like I tested the Nets Need for Speed game, and it's one of those games that, like, there aren't that many games like that. It's a game that I cannot stream unless I capture the whole desktop. It really has been a long time since I've seen a game like that. Well, I said I wouldn't bomb. My bad, I wasn't paying attention. I instinctively bomb. When I'm not paying attention, I just do a lot of things by instinct. You know, I was about to say that yeah, I have to stream the whole screen. Though when last time I did that was for Outrun 2, and for that game I essentially just put like an image in full screen, and that served as like the background of the stream, right? Because otherwise, of course, you run the risk of simply showing your PC, and I don't want to show my PC. Not a fan of the idea. I mean, I know that the popular streamers do that all the time, constantly. They just stream their desktops and that's it. Yeah, I'm personally not a fan of that. Yeah, as long as I keep an image in full screen in the background, it should be fine. Just that I don't understand how it's possible for a game to not be able to be captured either as a window or as a game. I just don't understand the logic behind that. It's very awkward. Whatever. I guess at this point I'm just gonna play normally, because the whole not bomb thing is not something that I'm respecting at all. But yeah. Wow, man, that bomb was so stupid at the end. It's fine. It happens. Oh, nice teleport. Yeah, I just cannot do that pattern without dying, I guess. It's not possible. Oh well. So using a bomb like that, like there are a lot of strategic bomb usages in this game if you care about scoring. Because what the bomb does is it extends the fever time or whatever the fuck it's called by allowing you to still be at whatever number you're currently at. So you can do something like that, for example. And yeah, the combo counter is still up there. In that specific case, using it there wasn't a good idea, but in a lot of other places it is a good idea. But I don't really play for scoring, so I don't really care that much. Not to mention that in this difficulty, well, I guess it depends on the shot type if you do get to the end with all the extra lives. With some you do more easily, with some others not really. But and it also depends on how you play, of course. So for example, with this one I could do it, but it doesn't seem to be worth it. Like, unless you go for the break, it doesn't seem worth it at all. Also, I downed him so quickly that the game doesn't know what to show me. You're not supposed to get rid of it that quickly. It's pretty amusing. It's fine. That was terrible. In fact, this run is so bad, it's actually embarrassing how bad it is. The fact that I haven't restarted it is even more embarrassing. Yeah, it's okay. Who needs to do that anyways? I think that's the first time that I used the directional shot on this thing properly. Pretty crazy. It is essentially what is normally a run that comes here, but with one less life, which is quite a big difference, you know, I will say. Man, I hate this boss pattern so much. I really feel completely undodgeable. Damn it. Okay. Just get into that. That's the best thing you can do to fight this boss. You don't need to pretend like you're gonna fight it properly. You just get rid of it the good way. That's something that I should do in an actually good run, not in in a bad run like this one. Oh, that was terrible too. Nice. As if I needed this run to be even worse than it already was. Like, what's the point? Didn't need to be worse. Let's see how many coins I can get by simply continuously bomb like that. I guess I got quite a lot, all things considered. So how is it going, Kyle? I'm here testing the new camera. Seems to be going well, at least. That's the nice thing about it. Seems that it works positively well. Well, positively well, as opposed to negatively well, I guess. Not sure how that will be possible. Depending on how I do this, I could get the extend super early. Oh, there is one remaining thing on the other side. Damn, and another one? Are you kidding me? It's always so hard to get rid of the things on the sides. Wow, I got hit by contact damage, nice. Is this one a different aspect ratio? It was different aspect ratio, I cut it to be the same aspect ratio as the previous one. Though in particular, for this game I always use this size. Like, it's a size that I don't use for other games usually. Technically I mean, it's a little bit hard to explain, but like the camera by default, like the resolution is kind of like widescreen, so I personally cut the border so it's, you know, it's like the other one that it just points more at just me, right? That's the idea. But yeah. The aspect ratio is something that don't worry, it will be the same one as the previous one. I'll make sure of it. But it's just that this particular game has me using the camera way bigger than other games. So how is it going, Sunshine? I got a new camera. I mean, as the title says, trying out new webcam. So yeah, it's a new camera. It seems that it works fine. I mean, the biggest difference of this camera is that it supposedly runs at 60 frames per second. I kinda have my doubts that that's true, but that's what the camera claims. Claims that it's 60 frames per second. Oof, that purple bullet, I have no clue where it came from, but then... If it said it by replacing every part of the old one so it's a new one, of course. Yeah, don't worry, I think that nobody reads the title anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, the idea is that it's a new one but from the same company. A camera of this as well, I was thinking of that in terms of the stream itself. The stream itself, when it comes to the, you know, the hardware components that they are used, there is essentially not a single surviving one from like the original stream, right? So I think that my stream setup is kind of like the ship of Theseus. The only thing that is still the same one from the first stream is me. I'm the only one that is the same one. Yeah, I don't think it's running at 60, even though I did select it to be 60. To me it also looks like it's 30, but I don't know. Maybe I need to download software or some shit like that to make it run at 60. Oh, that fucking sucks. Oh, hold up. I need to think. No, I'm just gonna get rid of that mid-boss. There is no reason to try and dodge it properly. I'm an android impersonating Gavin. I don't think it will be very hard to impersonate me at all. I say a lot of repeated phrases. A very monotone way of speaking, so I don't think that will be a hard thing to manage, really. Would probably be quite common. That was... who knows? Maybe I am. But yeah, the point is that I think the longest surviving thing right now is the capture card that I use for the Switch and for the PS4. It's just that thing I barely use it anyway, so I'm not even sure if I should count it. Send me the full source code for I Wanna Quench the Castle Blaze 2. And what are you gonna do with the source code? I wonder. Well, I guess the gimmicks are there. Just that the gimmicks, I don't think they are very complex mechanically. I guess they could be complex to get used to. The code is pretty simple for the most part. Hey, don't worry, that game is coming along nicely. It's just that it's still probably 2 months away, as I keep saying, but it will happen. Don't worry about it. Currently doing zone 6 out of 9. So technically halfway past the game. I mean, even when the game is done, the people that are gonna test it will still need to finish playing it. And maybe one of them is not gonna take that long, but the other one is probably take long, because it's Yannick, someone that is not very used to I Wanna Be the Guy fan games, which is the reason why it's important for him to test it. But yeah, he might take a while, assuming he even finishes it. I don't know. And I really don't know, not because I'm doubting of his ability or resilience, but because I just have no way of knowing how hard what I did truly is. Maybe the game is ultra hard. And yeah, it's gonna take a while for someone not used to fun games to finish it. I want to at least believe that if you're used to fun games, it shouldn't be hard to finish. Like, I really want to believe that. I mean, like, I can guarantee you that so far there is no save that is ultra hard. Some saves I can already tell that they are probably gonna be harder than others, some intentionally so, but I don't know. Gonna have more testing than the Witch game? It's possible, yeah. It's a possibility. I don't know, I actually haven't checked the credits of that game to see if anyone tested it. I think it was tested, it's just that it's one of those games where, you know, maybe the tester... I mean, it's possible that even if you have a tester, that the tester doesn't even bother finishing the game, though at that point will you even... Yeah, okay, that was so fucking bullshit, it's crazy. I can't believe that just happened. It's one of the rotating things was going down, and when they do that they shoot, but wasn't expecting it to go down that quickly, man. That sucks so much. Fuck. But yeah, I don't know if that game has testing or not. What I do know is that it was completely abandoned. So pretty nice. So, regardless of that game, what I do know is that it will have more testing than my previous game at least. Which, I mean, it's not very hard to achieve whatsoever. It will have better testing than that. I don't know. Then again, it's one of those things that even if it's easy for someone that is not used to fun games, will people like it? I don't know. Just one of those things that for me it's impossible to predict if someone is gonna like something or not. It's just not possible because, I mean, I still think that my previous game is very good. Yeah. One of the few that thinks that. So it's just impossible to tell. I just do what I do, and if they like it, that's fine, and if they don't like it, well, it is what it is. All testers dying playing the game. It could happen. Did it win an award? No. I mean, first of all, I don't pay attention to awards, but no, Wasabi told me that it didn't even get mentioned, which I'm not surprised for two reasons. Not many people played it, and even if that was the case, I'm not involved with the community. So usually the visibility is almost non-existent, you know. So yeah. No, it didn't win shit. It's just that it's a game that I would like to know what people that are hardcore at needle games think about it. But I don't really think any... I mean, Echo, I guess it's a hardcore needle game player. The thing is that Echo has the standards. I'm talking about the people that are super good at needle and have no standards whatsoever, that they play everything. I want to know what they have to think about it, but it seems that it didn't garner enough interest. And it's not just because, like, you know, like people don't know it exists. It's possible that a lot of people started playing it, and I'm talking here about like the good needle players, not like the people that are not used to fun games. And they started playing and they were like, well, this is kind of shit, and then they stopped playing it. I mean, it's the most likely scenario after all. Wouldn't be surprised if that's how it went. Probably. But yeah, it's fine. The second one at least should be playable by more people. But again, it's all about a should. So I guess with the testers at least, and especially Yannick, if he struggles way too much on a save, I'm nerfing it. And if Yannick can beat it, I will assume that, well, though Yannick, the thing that he has is that he's extremely resilient. If he proposes himself to do something, he most likely will succeed. And that's obviously more than you can say about, I mean, most players in general, right? So I wouldn't say that if Yannick can beat it, everyone can, because Yannick is a special case. But yeah, at least they should be able to, from a difficulty standpoint. I mean, after all, just want to remind you... That's such a random ass bullet, man. Fuck this shit, dude. What an asshole. Random ass bullet that had nothing to do and had to completely ruin the run. And my throat as well. Then it... Stupid ass throat. At least you can assure that your game won't have a random ass bullet like that. Well, the boss will have RNG, it's just that... You know how much I complain about uncontrolled RNG. So all of the RNG on my game, I want to believe it will be controlled. But yeah, we will see. I mean, I think that my previous fun game, the boss of that fun game, had very well controlled RNG. It wasn't an easy boss at all, and whatever boss I do for this one will be a lot easier, but... Or at least I want it to be a lot easier, because even people that might be very good at needle, with a boss like the one in the previous game, they can very easily get filtered. What? I'm picking another shot type. Like I'm gonna pick the actual good laser shot type. See how it goes. Though this one I think that it consumes a lot more power. Oh, not to mention it takes a while to show up. That's actually the biggest issue. It's not the fact that takes a lot of power, it's the fact that it doesn't get fire immediately. At least once it did get fire, it stays there constantly, but it does consume a lot of meter. Wonder how the damage is though. I don't think the damage is that good really, compared to how it could be. Though if I do manage to one coin clear with this shot type, that will mean that there is only one more shot type by this character, which one is it? I already got Vortex Barrier, I already got the Missile. What's the remaining one? I have no clue what the remaining one is. What is it? Oh yeah, the flamethrower shit. Well, that shot type is kinda shit, honestly. Like, that's a bad shot type, without a doubt. I'm still curious to see if I manage to one coin clear with most of the shot types, which one will be the last one? Like, which will be the absolutely worst shot type in the game? I wonder. There are many candidates. If you ask me right now, I think that there could be so many. So I wouldn't know. Also, you know that this coat is giving me heat. Like, it's making me feel like it's too hot. The weather sometimes really fucking sucks, doesn't it? It does. So I will have to take it out, well, not in the middle of the run, obviously. That's very annoying. It is what it is. Oof, that was close. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this shot type though. The fact that it takes so long to fire is not very convenient at all. It's actually quite a big weakness. It's good at least that it deals continuous damage, so I would say that it's probably better for skipping a boss pattern or something like that. I'm pretty sure that the hyper laser from the previous shot type was most likely better. Although the thing that is certainly better for this shot type is the fact that it's fully focused. Unlike the other one that moves when you move, like the typical Dodonpachi B shot type that fucking sucks balls. Unless you're like a super good scorer. Which I'm not, you know. So the dialogue in this game is a little bit weird. 'Cause you know what these guys should say, you know, like, did someone sell that machine to you guys? It's not registered. And then they start fighting, like, I feel like there's a couple of steps missing there before getting into the fight, you know? At least the previous one makes sense. Like, where do you think you're going with that machine? Yeah, those are fighting words. Yeah, this one, I'm not so sure. Let me take this out, because fucking weather is very annoying. And you know what? I probably will put it back again before the stream is over, right? That's just how it goes with the weather. You never expect to behave one way or another. It's a schizophrenic weather, that's what it is. But yeah, whatever. Well, at least that's a good thing, you know, that the previous days there was a lot of rain, but today was a completely clear day. So I'm glad that that happened when they had to give me the camera, because if it was any other day, it would, well, I don't even know how they do it, because especially with products like this, it's like you cannot do much. Like, in the middle of a downpour, if you expose this camera to that, that's a problem, obviously. Even though it has like a protection thing, it's not gonna be perfect against running water, you know? So it's just one of those things that I'm glad that it happened on the perfect day. Well, not to mention a Saturday, so I also didn't need to worry about work. I just was here chilling, not worrying about anything other than my fan game, so that was some very good timing, I cannot complain. And not to mention that, like, they say that they could have given me this either today or on Monday, and they actually gave it to me today, so I guess luck was really on my side. Which means that I probably won't get this one coin clear because of that. I already used all of my luck in the camera. It's fine. It happens. Maybe I should have played a rhythm game today after all, right? Those are games that have absolutely nothing that depends on luck. But yeah. Well, some Osu players will tell you that some maps require luck to be beaten. It's a pretty funny thing to think about. I mean, obviously they are half joking, but it's true that Osu is the type of game that it's such a shitty rhythm game that a lot of times it's all down to, you know, how lucky you get with your aim to catch a circle, not a bullet. Sorry, I'm playing a shoot 'em up and it's kinda rewiring my brain. Completely out of meter. Don't really need it, but man, 79%, really? That sucks. But whatever. Except for if the game lags. Yeah, that stopped happening a very long time ago. I wonder what it was. In fact, I barely remember what it... Oh yeah, I remember what happened. Yeah, it did something super weird, like the... It's like the video was playing but not the notes. It's been so long I kinda forgot. It was something like that. You're right. But that hasn't happened since. Well, it's not like I play Project Diva every day, but... Something that at least... Every time that I play Project Diva has not happened. If I was an exclusive Project Diva player, I wonder. You're gonna get bombed. And yeah, this fucking pattern will get bombed too. Yeah. You're not gonna kill me this time, you sack of shit. You won't. Not this time. Alright. This resource-wise, it's a good run. I mean, the typical run where you reach stage 4 without dying is a good run. Survival-wise, of course. I mean, scoring-wise, yes, it's absolutely terrible, but that's all of my runs. We will see how it goes, because you know how easy it's for the run to go to shit in a matter of seconds. So, for the time being, it's doing well. But only for the time being. Well, I do have the resolution of basically bomb spamming the boss of this stage. Like, I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did in the previous run that got there. No holding back whatsoever. That boss is going down as quickly as possible. It will go down tremendously. And bigly. Also, I mean, I'm pretty sure it is, but is bigly an actual word? But yes, I know that a certain person likes using it a lot. Is that a real English word? Like bigly, yeah, as like using big as an adverb, but I mean at that point shouldn't you use greatly, even though it means something different? According to the dictionary it is. Alright, well, if the dictionary says it, then it has to be the case. It's just that it's such a weird word. Then again, I'm an ESL, so whatever I consider weird is irrelevant. But yeah, it is a weird world. But at the same time, the majority of adverbs are essentially something that comes from an adjective in one way or another. Like mysteriously is the perfect example. Like it comes from the adjective mysterious. The big doesn't really have any reason to be an exception, because, you know, sounding weird is not a good reason to be an exception, you know. Shit. Dueling? Dually, I'm assuming that it comes from duel, like something that happens in a dual way. Yeah, that's certainly a very weird word as well. Ah, fuck. See, that was duel. Though, since I didn't have any bombs, I wasn't expecting to not get my ass kicked, but yeah, don't worry, here we're just gonna melt this thing. Okay. No, it seems that it's easier to cheese this guy with the other shot type. Well, I say this guy and it's supposed to be a girl pilot in it, but you get the point. Well, I'm out of bombs. Again. Oh, it's from Do. Well, that's even weirder. Not even sure in what situation I will use it. Dually. I mean, it is one of those words that you will want to use if you want to sound fancy, right? I wonder if fancy is a word. Because, you know, fancy is an adjective as well. But I don't think that's a word. Maybe the word is something different. Maybe it is a word, it's just that maybe nobody uses it. Yeah, there was nothing I could have done there. Well, I could have used the laser more now that I think about it. I was kinda fucked either way. I'm full stock of bombs, huh? Well, I will use it. Don't mind me. Oh, I ran out of meter right as I was out to kill that guy. This mini-boss is actually a lot tougher than you will think. Has a lot of super random ass patterns. Okay, fuck you. Just wanted to get rid of you, honestly. Okay, you gotta be careful there, because it wouldn't have been the first time that I just died to the kamikazes here. I call it kamikaze, but they are probably not even meant to be pilot. Like, they are just like obstacles, projectiles, or whatever. It really is a shame though that this laser has a delay to start. Because otherwise this will be, well, probably one of the best shot types in the game. If not the best one. Well, probably not the best one. The Pierce Lancer is extremely broken. I don't think that you can best that one with any other shot type. At least any shot type that focuses on damage, like this one, I don't think can compete with the Pierce Lancer. It's just in a completely different plane of existence. Fuck. I got scared. At least I got the break. I mean, not amazing, but it's something. I'll take it. It's a fucked up combination. I don't think I'm beating this guy without bombing. Oh, but I did get a bomb that I will use, of course. Oh, this is pretty good. There's only one bomb at the start of the fight. That's the best that I can do. It's perfect. We will see how the fight goes though. I have a laser too, you know. Nice. Okay. I'm surprised that you didn't die earlier. That's a problem now. I feel like that will be a problem. I can't just dump all the meter on you though. And I got the extend, that's very nice too. Alright, my finger is on the bomb here. And a bomb as quickly as possible. Because at this point it's the thing that I have to spend. I probably should spend it here considering that it's essentially a timeout pattern anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I do think that the bomb shield affects the pattern even if it's self-inflicted damage, but it will be pretty hard to use the laser here. Nice. Ooh, this is such a good run, but I did very badly last time that I got here, so we will see how it goes. But it is theoretically an absolutely amazing run, especially with the resources I have. Like, especially starting it without bombs. Well, I have one bomb, I guess. Nice. And now I have 2 bombs. I'm bombing that. Oh, that was pretty bad though. Need to redirect it. That's a hard pattern no matter what. Alright. Using the laser here apparently doesn't even help that much. It's pretty bad. Or maybe it was because it was the beginning of the pattern, but it felt like it dealt 0 damage. Well, 0, you get the point. Okay. It seems like the damage is not worth it at all. Okay, here, this is a pattern that I know that I can capture because I fucked up. Okay. Don't do anything stupid, just use the resources you have. That bomb was unnecessary or whatever. Wasted a lot of meter there. Seems that the laser just doesn't do much here at all. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. It's not like I can pay too much attention to the health bar. Got it! Oh, and we got the extra life at the end too. Well, that's a one coin clear, and on the first attempt I think that I picked this shot type. That's crazy. Can you believe that? That just tells you that basically Val is the worst character in the game by a long shot, but yeah, it's fine. At least we got the one coin clear, so that means that half of the shot types have been one coin clear on parallel. Like, we actually reached the halfway point. So there is only 6 remaining now. Yeah, save the replay, but no, do not submit to the leaderboard as my current score is clearly better. But yeah, yeah, that's half of them. Well, you can see it, like it's gonna say 50% on completion rate for the medals. I'm very curious, dude, to see what happens when you reach 100. Like, I cannot wait. It's probably not gonna be... I mean, you do get an achievement on Steam, but it's like, whatever, right? So, that means that there's only one shot type remaining for Mae, which is the Plasma Lancer. Well, by the way, what was the... Okay, higher focus shot damage. I guess that did help a lot to get this too. So the Plasma Lancer, I guess I could try a couple runs. I could also play another game, since, I mean, I got the one coin clear, but not sure. I mean, maybe I could play a little bit of Project Diva. I will have to stand up and go fetch the gamepad, which, I mean, I could, it's just a little bit annoying. Just slightly annoying. Yeah, I could. Or I could play the other shoot 'em up. Well, if there's anyone here, do you want me to play anything in particular? I mean, I'm sure that if Kyle is still there, he's gonna say UFO. But if you have any idea, I could try. At the same time, I could just continue playing this game. Oh, I just realized that it said that... Yeah, my bad. I didn't read Wasabi's messages because I was so focused on the last stage. So he said duly noted. Yeah, that's true. That's an expression that I read oftentimes. And the Fancily is a word. I'm pretty sure nobody uses it. It's pretty nice to know it's a valid word. Yeah, okay, so there is a problem, Kael. I know that you like speaking Spanish, but you know that YouTube lately is automatically translating your messages to English, and I haven't seen any way to disable it. Well, your messages, I mean anyone that doesn't speak English. Well, at the beginning it was anyone that didn't speak Spanish because I had YouTube set to Spanish, but I had to change it obviously so it will otherwise constantly translate shit. So yeah. It translated to victory. I don't know what you said. I'm assuming you didn't say victory, but it translated it to victory. I mean, I can see what the original message is. Oh, Seiren Sen, that's the Japanese message for the name for UFO. No, and that one translated it too. I say it in quotation marks victory. I'm not kidding. It's actually, I'm gonna screenshot it. Hold up. Snipping tool. Give it to me. I'm gonna send it to the Discord. This is what I'm seeing on my screen. I'm gonna put it in the general chat right here. That's how I see. Now you see that there is that Japanese letter at the beginning basically telling you that the comment is translated. But pretty fucked up that I call it a Japanese letter when it's a Chinese character, but you get the point. The thing is that anything that you don't say in English, it will translate it, even though I don't want to, and I wish I could disable it, but yeah, I don't know how to. And I seen that the help from YouTube tells you that there is an option that says disable automatic translation. Well, I didn't see it, at least where they told me that it's there. Yeah. So why is say it and say translated as Victor? I wonder in what language it is. Well, we can check Google Translate. Hold up. If I just do the tech language, say it and send from Norse. Wait, how do you say this in English? Like Norway's language? No, you say Norwegian. You don't say Norse. Well, Norwegian, right? So yeah, apparently Norwegian, something similar to that is victory. Pretty funny. I guess we are learning some things. That's fucked up though. Yeah, say it and send. Yeah, I could play UFO, it's just that you know that I won't get any further. Like, there is no reason to play it. I will have to actually practice it. And that's annoying, you know. But basically now every time that you speak Spanish, Kyle, it will translate it. I guess Google doesn't have a lot of say and send when it comes to translating messages. It does its best. And you know, I don't mind that it does its best. It's just that nobody asked it to do its best, or to do anything for that matter. And yet they cannot help but force it down my throat. Or any streamer's throat, I guess. Did it not translate for my message there? No, it didn't. It didn't translate it. I think it maybe just hates Kyle. Or maybe it's because they were short messages. Is this gonna be the new gardening? You know that earlier, well, a lot earlier, like 3 years ago, we used the word gardening so it could bypass the filter that it had for obscenity. Now we're gonna use say it and send now to test the translation. Yeah. I didn't want UFO to be even more imprinted on this channel than it already is, so I guess it will have to. Yeah, that's just you two, I guess. That's how we do things over here. You know? But it's fine. It happens. I guess. The issue, as I say, playing UFO, like, if I had a chance to one coin clear, I would play it, but I have no chance. Like, that's the issue. Playing a shoot 'em up when I know I have no way to one coin clear and it's also not the first time I play, because obviously if I hadn't played a shoot 'em up before the first time I played, then yes, it's very important, right? But the point is that a game that I play so much and that I know that I currently have no chances of one going clear in it, is like like what's the point? I know what the outcome is gonna be already. Okay, you use 3 emojis there. The original message has something else. Like right there, it basically shows like a red circle icon, an alien emoji, and a blue circle icon. Why did I get hit by that? It's the same message, but apparently it appears as translated, like the icon for translation is there. I don't know why. Oh, it's meant to be new. Well, let me just tell you that like YouTube thinks that it's a message that it needs to translate, though it didn't translate it to anything. It's the exact same message, so I don't know what the fuck it's what the fuck it's thinking. Yeah, as I said, it's, you know, YouTube being YouTube. I guess that's the thing. If I play UFO, I could just do an extra no bomb. That's something that I'm more than able to do. The thing is that I already did that so much that... Not to mention, I don't think I have any character unlocking the extra to do that anyways. I use Firefox Translate. It does some things that don't even need translation. Brings the capitalization in some words. Yeah, I think that happens in sites like Reddit that have an auto translation option. And sometimes someone is speaking in the language that it's supposed to be translating to. But if it says like an expression without exclamation mark, it adds exclamation mark because it feels like it. Like auto translation is so fucking shit, it's actually mind-blowing. And even worse here that apparently I cannot get rid of it, you know? Very, very messed up. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna listen to Kyle's request. I will play UFO after this run. I will do it. I don't know any better, I guess. Firefox translation often fails like 90% of the time. Wait, why are you even using Firefox translation? Is there something that it has that I'm not aware of? Like, why wouldn't you either be using Google Translate or DeepL? DeepL is even better at translating. Like, why would you specifically use Firefox service? For what I understand, Firefox is kind of like the Linux of browsers. It can translate whole pages without having to go to another website. When I use Firefox, it's just like 2 clicks. Yeah, Chrome. Well, if you don't want to install Chrome, you can install Edge. Well, I mean, it's installed by default, you know. I personally haven't installed a single browser. Like, I just use Edge. Because Edge is basically Chrome, but without all the stupid shit that Chrome has. Which is ironic, because it basically is made with Chromium as base. But ironically, Chrome is so shit that it become like the bloated version of Chromium. Can you believe that? That's pretty wild. Pretty wild. You don't like Edge? Well, I personally don't have any problems with Edge. Then again, I don't really use many extensions, and you probably do. Like, the only extension that I use, well, it's obviously uBlock, and one extension that allows me to authenticate shit that needs like a QR code. So basically, by scanning the QR code with that shit, it auto-generates like the password that you need. Since I don't have a cell phone, it's the best way to do it. And even if I had a cell phone, it's still the best way to do it. So that's great that it works that way. Yeah, I do wonder if you have like 100 extensions, maybe it won't work so well. Oh, I already got that right, my bad. I'm stupid. I wonder if I should obliterate all of these bosses by bombing on their faces and then dumping all of my meter on it. I wonder if... like, for example, there I should have bombed, and I didn't because I'm a moron. It's fine. I mean, if you want to see UFO, it's probably for the best that I die like this. You will have to cheer against me. At the same time, with UFO, I think I do have the overlay more or less ready though. Just that it has a problem that the camera is off by 1 pixel, which is very annoying, but that's something that is easily fixable. Because basically when it comes to OBS, it's a matter of just moving the camera to the side, like where there is nothing, you just move it there. Also, I was gonna say that the camera that I purchased came with an edge split premium code. I guess that's something that I should share. Will anyone here use edge split? I know I wouldn't. I mean, why the fuck will you use that software when OBS exists, you know? Like, why would you just pay for something like that? Though here the right side is that you wouldn't need to pay at least for 3 months. I think it's a 3-month premium code. So hey, so you have that. I really don't understand. Like, is there something that It's a Split offers that OBS doesn't? I don't think so, right? Because you know that usually, yes, when it comes to open source stuff, it's very common that the closed source alternative tends to be better. And well, usually tends to be paid as well, but usually tends to be of better quality. But I don't think that's the case with It's a Split. Like, It's a Split, I think it's a product of its time. Like, it used to be very big when OBS was still very bad. But I think that outside of that, it's really... Like, nowadays in 2026 there is no reason to use it. But hey, I would like to be proven wrong. I just don't know how I could get proven wrong. Like, what could It's a Split possibly offer that OBS doesn't? Not to mention that OBS also supports plugins, so if for whatever reason something that you really need OBS doesn't have it, there's probably a plugin that does it. So I really do wonder. But maybe maybe I will just randomly throw it in the chat. Well, no, I would prefer if anyone is actually interested to just tell me. At the same time, since I already store the bots in like my wardrobe, I'm not sure if I feel like grabbing it again. It's probably gonna remain there for eternity. Though the interesting thing is, you know that this camera also came... Well, I think I already say this earlier in the stream, but it came with a tripod. You can mount this little camera in a little tripod. It's just that I don't see any reason to do that. Like, why would I want to mount it there? Like, when I've been using the camera like this since I started streaming. Well, maybe I would look better if the camera pointed from higher. Maybe. I don't think so, though. Though you will be able to see my keyboard at least if I were to do that. Probably wouldn't be that bad of a thing in that regard. Maybe. Here, for patterns like that is where the flamethrower is showing its weakness. Like, it unfortunately cannot reach shit that is pretty far. And not to mention that the damage seems very bad proportionally to how hard it is to hit with it. Because right there it didn't kill it, well, it probably didn't hit that much, but it's whatever. I mean, this is easily the worst shot type that Mai has. But then again, it's still better than half of Val's shot type anyways. I do think, however, that Val shot type that is the hyper laser. Wow, nice. Alright, well, I think that's where the run ends. That's a shame. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna fire UFO then, since you asked for it. I really don't understand though why you asked for this shitty ass game, but it's fine. I'm here to please. Yeah, let me change the title. At least I did get the 1 coin clear on Blue Revolver, so I cannot complain. Alright, so Touhou UFO. It just feels nasty to type this out. Piece of shit game. Alright, it's fine, don't worry about it. Though for the layout, I do have the layout prepared there. Just that this has to be, I think, 1 pixel. Actually, okay, hold up. See, that's the issue. Will have to be, yeah, there, but 1 pixel to the left, like that, yeah. That should be perfectly lined up. So, let's see what we have here. Didn't want to hear this song again, honestly. It's fine. Alright, this piece of shit. That's a very tiny Reimu. I could play this in full screen, but I don't think there's much of a risk. Well, okay, I'll do it, fuck it. So, for full screen I use Magpie. And the shortcut is Windows Control It's like that. Okay. Wait, did I fuck it up? Hold up. Transform, restore transformation. For some reason it's not fitting. Maybe it's because of Magpie. Like, it's not properly fitting in. Like, you obviously don't see any issues, but it's like it's whatever, who cares? Like, well, you can tell by the frame rate. Like, the frame rate, but wait, I'm interested in knowing why that's the case. Is it because of Magpie? No. What's the issue here? Oh, that's pretty weird. I mean, I'm using the... Oh, I know what's the issue. Okay, hold up. The layout is not actually properly set up. Sorry, give me a second. See, these are the kind of things that I have to deal with every time that I'm about to start a stream. Okay, so that also might explain why I couldn't set this up properly. So, let's see, this should be... Leave it there, it's fine. Alright, and now restore transformation, and now it should be fine. Yeah, there it is. And here trying to blame Magpie. How could I? Alright, so full screen, and there we go. Oh yeah, and the chat. There you go. So, I hope you are happy, Kyle, because I'm not. And then just Kyle left, you know? He was like, yeah, play UFO, and then he just runs away. It would be pretty funny. It's fine. Hey, I wonder how far I'm gonna get. Perhaps. No, actually, there are a lot of chatters in some streams that basically say, oh yeah, it would be pretty nice if you did that, and then they just disappear. Pretty funny. Pretty funny without a doubt. So you know that one thing that I probably should do with this game is play with the V patch. Just that since I'm playing the Steam version, I'm not using it. Maybe if I play with the V patch, my chances of winning will be higher. Maybe I'm just coping, you know? I mean, it's pretty clear here that the frame rate is not super stable. Or it's not all the frame rate, I guess it's like a phenomenon called like fake frames or some shit like that. It's like it's not really fluidly running at 60 frames per second, you know? Despite the fact that it says that on the bottom right. It's just awkward. Or maybe... No, maybe you know what happened. I should stop, like I should finish playing Blue Revolver. Blue Revolver runs at 120 frames per second. So I'm probably here just merely leading with the draw, like with the... What's the word? I forgot the word. Whatever. The point is that yeah, I'm just not used to it, I guess. Man, I fucking hate this game so much. What a piece of shit, dude. I really hate it so much. My hatred for this game knows no boundaries. It's fine. It's just so poor that, you know what, there are so many games that at the beginning they feel impossible to beat until I actually bother to properly, you know, play it, like practice it. And that's something I attempted to do with this game, and I still cannot beat it. And the problem is that I'm not even close either. Also, YouTube translated that to Kyle, by the way. I mean, it's just translated to you singing. So I'm assuming it wasn't any different, and basically there was no translation at all. Just telling you that YouTube thinks that that's a message worth translating. I'm just telling. YouTube is something else. Okay. YouTube is getting worse by the dog. Yeah, but as I say, now I'm seeing the original message. It's the same message. It just has the icon telling you that it's a translation when it isn't. So it's basically lying to me. So yeah, don't worry. The original message is the same as the quote-unquote translated message, I guess. Guess I had to on that. What if you open a chat on a private window? It probably works, but I feel like that's too much work. Well, it's not that it's too much work, it's just that juggling with two windows like that, it's not comfortable. Because having the control panel is useful too, so we'll have to have one for the control panel and another one for the chat, and that's just, yeah, not very nice at all. Yeah, YouTube line. Yeah, Twitch has a way less shitty chat. I mean, that's the thing. Twitch whole appeal is that the chat is actually good. Yeah. Of course, the chat being good also depends on the people in it. But I will say that the people, like, obviously, the regulars like you, then there is no difference, obviously. But for people that are not regular, I think that the quality of conversation from Twitch is also superior. Like, a lot of very not so bright people use YouTube, you know? Which makes sense since it's a way more widespread webpage than Twitch, but the quality of conversation is most of the time superior on Twitch. I couldn't get a fucking UFO. Can you fucking believe that? And the one I get is the wrong color, man. Don't you love this piece of fucking garbage game? Don't you just love how fucking shit it is? Don't you? Don't you absolutely love it? Didn't even get a bomb. You know, I was looking at Steam stuff and apparently Senran Kagura was top release seller of 2019, but it also says Slay the Spire was released that year. Wasn't Spire way older? Maybe Spire was in early access, the same way that Slay the Spire 2 is in early access. A lot of indie games are essentially already released, but they still say that it's early access, so it's very possible that in 2019 Slay the Spire should simply got the official release. Or not, maybe it is from that year. Don't know much about the game, I only played it but I played it for some streams, I guess. I mean, after all, I managed to complete a run with every character. So, yeah. It's not so bad. And you also look at patterns like this and you really think, what the fuck were you thinking soon? I mean, it's not like it's a bad pattern in itself, I guess, but for a stage 2 pattern, it's pretty fucked up. But and then you have this abomination of a spell guard. A little bit self-explanatory. Yeah. I don't know much about Slay the Spire. It's not really a game that I like too much. Wow, I couldn't even kill that fairy. Nice. Amazing. Though to be fair, that was my bad. I cannot blame the game for that. But I guess I could blame the game for not giving me the amount of power I need. And yeah, UFO, it's the type of game where power doesn't last a long time in your hands. Okay. Jeez, but some fairies also take a very long time to go down. They simply refuse. Nice. Pop the UFO in the very back. Okay. I'm still not full power, by the way. Pretty nice. Yeah, at least the good thing is that, you know, that I always say that UFO is a game that I should exclusively play in special occasions, so I think this occasion is special enough with the new camera and shit. Yeah. You know that it also tried to translate that message, right? That punch. So basically, if you just put an emote, it's gonna be like, oh, I translated this message, bro. Yeah, I translated this fucking emote for you. Surely that's what happened. Thank me later. Oh, I had a bomb. Well, that sucks. Didn't know. That was bad timing. A fitting message for what you wanna do with U2, I agree. At least I'll be able to get to stage 4, which is more than what I usually manage to do in this shitty ass game. Not surprised that I never capture this Belgar, honestly. Feels weird to see Senran Kagura renewal to be released same year as DMC5 and Resident Evil 2 and Code Vein and Sekiro. So Steam is kinda full of shit. Probably. Though maybe it had the most sales that year. I don't know. Having more sales than Sekiro doesn't really sound right, especially considering that Sekiro released at the beginning of the year, so yeah, something is fishy there. Not to mention that Senran Kagura is not a fantastic game by any means. I mean, it has tits. That's pretty nice, but yeah, there are better ones. Like Mirror, for example. Is new release top sellers? Yeah, it's most likely full of shit. See, Sekiro is the perfect example of a new release that released at the beginning of the year. And it's... I mean, it might not have the popularity that Dark Souls has, but it's a very heavy-hitting title, you know? That sucks, man. There's barely a bar remaining there. I wanted to take it out with the normal shot. I didn't want to bomb or anything like that. In retrospective, I should have. Okay. I'm playing the first one and the Shotaro boss fight is kicking my ass. Yeah, understandable. Shotaro is... I don't know who you mean by Shotaro. The Shotaro I know... Yeah. How did I get hit by that? You're gonna get bombed. Yeah, that's a pretty big flash. The boss movement RNG here is a little bit fucked up. For a pattern like that, you can turn it into a nightmare very easily. This pattern is something else. You're not clearing it. I didn't really mean to, I did press the button, but I shouldn't have. It's 5 fights in a row. Nice. Can you use healing items? Because I'm assuming that it's probably one of the fights that it's balanced around that. But knowing you, you probably are not gonna use it, right? Even if it was available. I'm dead, I cornered myself. Yeah. It was close, but yeah, you know, I completely cornered myself and with no resources whatsoever. I mean, not like it makes a difference, but... There are 3 full heals on map, but I die in 1 hit. Because my girls are low level. Also, the issue is lack of farming. I see. Yeah, I would play the Senran Kagura games, but I feel like like they don't have my, you know, my preferred body type, or at least not for what I've seen. So yeah, I think I'll not. Has 3 life bars and high defense. Kinda like this game. Kinda like in UFO. Right? Yeah, the point is that choose farm, bro. Total 15 life bars and randomly parries you to kill you on hit. It's spend like an hour to get to the 5th phase twice. Well, my condolences. At least you can know that you have a better chance at beating that than I have at beating this game, so you know, I will say not so bad, right? Would have been worse. Completely corner myself. Oh, this spell card sucks balls anyways. I can do it, but it's gonna be a slow grind. Yeah, most likely. I mean, I do remember when it comes to grinding bosses, as in grinding their patterns, I remember the monsoon fight in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. That was something else the first time, and I did it without upgrades. Remember farming that shit a very long time. That was a good time playing that game for the first time. Really an unforgettable experience. I still think he's the hardest boss in the game. I don't think there's another boss that's harder than Sundowner. Sorry, I meant to say Monsoon. Sundowner is a bitch. Sundowner is certainly not hard. I could skip to finish another storyline. Well, you do you. You know that I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know what to recommend you. It's pretty cool. Do you know that Serran Kagura 2 is only on 3DS even to this day? That's fucked up. The Berserk mode Senator. Yeah, I was thinking of that too. Like Senator Armstrong in the Samuel DLC, yeah. I remember that one taking a long time too. Just that I don't remember it as well as I remember Monsoon. Like with Monsoon, I have no doubt in my mind that he was a fucking asshole to fight against. With the Senator, like the DLC Senator, I don't remember much, but I do remember struggling against him. And then there is the Shover from the Dogs DLC. What even was his name? Like the Wind of Destruction. The King of Shovers. Imagine getting killed by a normal enemy. Quite a boss. What's the DLC called? Brazilian Tempest? That's impossible for me to remember. The name of the DLC? Forget about it. absolutely impossible. It's like asking me to remember the name of the guy that constantly talks to Raiden, like the doctor. I have no clue what his name is. I mean, they call him Doctor, that's what I know. Aside from that, not much. But I don't even remember the name of the commander either. Or of the female operator. Well, actually, I think she was called Ashley. I think that one I do remember. Unless that wasn't the name, of course. Maybe it wasn't. Kamsin? And by the way, YouTube tells me that you translated that. That YouTube translated that. There is no way I was gonna remember the name of a show like that. Not to mention a very unlikely name. Like, what kind of name is Kamsin? Kamsin my balls. Sorry for anyone that is named Kamsin. Didn't mean to make fun of your name. Though I don't know where it is from. Because for what I understand, wasn't he meant to be American? Well, then again, American is a very wide concept, you know? Like saying that he's American is the same as saying nothing. Wow, that was quite a play. For fuck's sake, dude. I did a bomb there. Just that the game doesn't want to recognize it. Without a bomb, the Shine Maiden knows no disgrace. Well, pretty sure that playing this game is knowing disgrace no matter what. How are you Okay, I was out to do Alt F4. I was out to do Alt F4 because it pisses me off so fucking much, dude. Oh, what a piece of shit game, dude. It's hard to put it into words, really, how much I fucking hate this game. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It will pass. It shall pass. Also, I'm thinking about what to stream tomorrow more clearly. I think I will stream Need for Speed after all. Like the next one, which is the run. I just don't know what to expect from that game. Like a Need for Speed based on having a story, like where the story is the actual focus, seems like such a bad idea. Yeah, well, the music in Metal Gear Revengeance tends to be top tier no matter what. Just the way that the game goes. They did a very good job. And probably one of the strongest soundtracks in video games. Just like that. Whatever. Yeah, that's probably what I will try to do to run that game. See how it goes. But as I say, the particular thing is that nothing other than desktop capture works, so I hope that at least the stream will look well enough, because I think that capturing screen doesn't work as well as capturing game or capturing window, since the other two chances are not a possibility for whatever stupid reason. I will need to do that. As long as the game doesn't crash, it should be fine, right? Though it did crash, and it crashed my whole computer when I tried changing the resolution. Which I will assume that it's simply because there's something that's fucked with how it changes the resolution, but I hope it doesn't, you know, crash my whole PC when I stream it. That will be bad, of course. That will be quite bad. That was too early. Or maybe not. Alright. I'll take that. Oof, that was super close. Also, how is it going, Clone Cat? Well, how is the new cam going? I don't know. Like, you will tell me, because I can only see the camera being there. It's lit. Like, you have a light that tells you that it's on, but I cannot know how well it's doing, because you are the one seeing the output, so I don't know. Does it look good? Yeah, at least seems that it got set up nicely. I don't know exactly how good it looks or not. You look more HD than usual, things. Now, you know the weird part is that it says that it's running at 60 frames per second, but I look at it and it doesn't look like 60 frames per second. I feel like I got scammed. Like, I don't know why, but it certainly doesn't feel like it's running at 60. So yeah, that's a shame, but it's not like the previous one ran at 60. It's just that I wanted to have a cam that runs at 16. I guess that ain't gonna happen. Also, I'm playing UFO because Kyle wanted it. Well, that and because I got the one coin clear I wanted in Blue Revolver. I can't fucking believe I died there, dude. This game makes me so mad, you know? This game makes me want to scream very loud. Makes me want to cry. It's fine. It's a very common emotion to feel when playing this game. Yeah, this game sucks, dude. This game sucks so many balls, but the occasion is special enough. That's the thing. Having a new webcam, I think it's a special occasion, so hey, might as well play this fucking shit. Sure. Oof, that was close. No, you... Yeah, that's how it feels to play UFO. That thing that you just saw there, yeah, that's UFO. That is precisely UFO. Got Blue Revolver on the spring sale, by the way. Game is fun, nice. Yeah, it's a very, very good game. It's amazing also for, you know, people that are trying to get into shoot 'em ups. It does a very good job at doing like that onboarding to shoot 'em ups, right? Yeah, let me get the rainbow UFO. Just give it to me, you know, might as well. Didn't have any bombs. And the fucking UFO left. I didn't tell you to do that. This point is basically just panic bombing more than anything. Since it didn't have a silly name as DLC, wonder how it was called in PS3, cause that store is closed. But I mean, cannot you just see the name by selecting the chapter? Cause see, I remember it being something Tempest. But like, you can check it when you open the game, right? I don't think it had a generic name. It wasn't like DLC 1. Like when you enter the chapter to select it, like it says something. Well, at least I can do this pattern by not being tempted to bomb, but... I'm tempted to bomb something else, honestly. No, don't say that. That will be inciting violence, okay? You cannot say that. Especially not using the world bomb. The world bomb is very, you know, very specific. You gotta self-censor yourself. But yeah, really makes you want to bomb in Minecraft. It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Bomberman discrimination. And you know, Bomberman is one of those franchises that I think I'll never be able to play because apparently it's one of the franchises, the game franchises in the world with the most amount of video games. And you know that I like to play games in order in a big franchise. Well, that one will be impossible. I mean, not like it will be impossible to play them in order, but it will be impossible to just play them all, because it's like 100 games, dude. That's crazy. To say the least. Yeah, I mean, I guess at some point I will just play some of them. Like whichever are considered the best ones. I mean, because I'm assuming that with how many of them, there are certainly some that are better than others, right? Probably. Well, some that are better than others and some that are simply the best, right? I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but then with this game, it's still something that manages to surprise me. I mean, it just manages to surprise me how it makes me feel anger in so many different ways, you know? It's quite crazy. You know that there are a lot of games that you can feel anger at something in particular. And yeah, every time that you go through that, you feel angry. But this game is like, it hasn't still shown me, like it hasn't shown me all the ways that I can get angry at it. Like I can still find new ones. That's pretty wild. It reminds me, you know, that there was an interview with the creator of Attack on Titan, and he said that he wanted to make the story to make the reader feel a certain way, and he wanted to hurt the reader, right? Well, this is how UFO is. I think that Sun just wanted to hurt the player. And in that regard, the game is a masterpiece. I think I've seen another game hurt me as much as this one. Truly top of the game. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. At least I might be able to get to stage 5. No, we won't. Yeah, I rage at this shit. I mean, it's the intended way of playing the game, you know? It's kinda like how when you play I Wanna Be the Guy, you raging at the game is the intended way, you know? I think that's also the case for this game. I think it's actually Sun's way of making an I Wanna Be the Guy fun game, actually. Certainly feels like a fun game. Well, a Touhou fun game, I mean. There are some Touhou fun games that you look at and you're like this is some grade A+ bullshit. Also, why did I pick the red UFO? Whatever. Yeah, that was bound to happen. I'm gonna continue because I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not gonna restart the same stages over and over again. What's the point? I already know that a one coin clear is not happening, so might as well just try to practice these late stages at least. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. The beer was extra bitter that day. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine that being the case. Alright. Let's try not to die. Though, how can you not die with these shitty ass patterns? Dude, like, this really is fun game tier of garbage. And again, I'm talking about Touhou fun games. And I'm specifically talking about the ones that used to come out when this game came out. The modern ones are usually, well, at least the ones that are worth looking at are very high quality. Back when this game released in 2009, the fun game quality back then was very low, extremely low. Though that makes sense because, I mean, indie games in general were very low quality compared to anything else. The tools were not there, obviously. That's not gonna be fast enough. The CTC slander? That's pretty funny. That game is pretty funny. Man, I remember the ending with the hospital bed. The only thing that needed in the background is crawling in my skin. That would have been the perfect credit song. That's funny. It's fine. At least they got better afterwards. I mean, fun games in general. I don't think that Maker did many good fun games though, but it's fine. At least he tried. Yeah, that was with the one with the Reimu final boss that, you know, Gensokyo is like a dream and whatever and nothing is real and everyone is gonna die and the world sucks. Yeah, it's that game. That's the game. I bet he will say the same about you. Maybe. I mean, I don't discard that. But yeah, the problem is the obsession of the fan base with it. You know? I mean, at least back then. I don't know right now how many will know about that fun game. Wow. This game is pretty wild, you know? Pretty wild. Extremely wild, even. Let me reload my lives. You know what? It's interesting that there is no button to reload, like the checkpoint, because in this game you start from the beginning of the stage when you run out of continues. And there is no button to simply do that, like you have to just die. Just have to die. Which is what you want to do while playing this game. It's just that you have to do it in-game. Not in the way you would want. It's fine. Also, it's very important that I somehow learn how the fuck those patterns work. Like, they are theoretically not hard in concept, but just cannot dodge them properly. Well, that one worked at least. Nice. Amazing dodging. Alright. I like it. When I can actually dodge properly. It's very nice. Very cool. Also, I guess I could make the objective unlocking stage 6 for practice mode, which will require beating it. And you know that I have not managed to beat the stage 6 yet, right? That's something I didn't manage to do a single time. Like, and I'm talking about runs where I just continue over and over again, but no, I cannot do it. The game is just that fucked up. Can you blow that up, yeah? Well, the problem here is the final rush of enemies that... This one I don't know how to beat it. Because if you try to go from top to bottom or from bottom to top, you're gonna end up cornering yourself. I think that the idea is that you start on the bottom right and you somehow go all the way to the right without dying, I mean, bottom right or bottom left doesn't make a difference, but you get the point. Like, that's crazy. That's wild. That's very wild. Very wild. Don't you think? I should have bombed. It's my fault. Why do I even try to dodge this piece of fucking shit spell guard? Also, why am I up there then? I'm losing my mind, dude. Which honestly, how cool I know. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be a problem if the continues allow you to, well, actually continue where you left off, but they don't work that way, you know? Unfortunately, they just make you retry from the beginning of the stage. So yeah, a piece of shit is what they are, just like the rest of the fucking game. I was going for the UFO and that asshole just decided to keep blasting arrowheads. This reset level system is fucked. Well, to be fair, thanks to this reset level system is that I was able to one coin clear Mountain of Fate and basically make it my first one coin clear in history, right? In my history. The problem is that Mountain of Fate is not a shitty game, so a system like that is okay. But yeah, that's the reason why it doesn't work here. It will have to be a good game, but it isn't. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not gonna do much. Because you know what, ironically, the main thing about this system is that you start with 2 lives. And that's not a problem in itself, but the issue is that the default amount of bombs is 2. Like, if you started with the same amount of resources as, wait, no, I almost fucked that up. The same amount of resources as any other Touhou game, it wouldn't... I fucked up again. Well, it was bound to happen. Okay, I'm gonna do a final run and then I'm gonna throw this game to where it belongs, which is on the trash. What a piece of fucking shit, dude. It's good to get these reminders. At least I didn't dedicate the entirety of a stream to this game. That's the positive thing. I only dedicated like less than half of it. So at least I didn't wait a whole stream simply to know that playing this game is a horrible idea. But yeah, now that the reminder is in my head, we can basically keep going for 2 whole years until we see this game again, which I find it a positive, honestly. I think it's a big positive. I think it's an amazing positive. As I said, I think that tomorrow I will probably play the next Need for Speed game, Need for Speed The Run. So if anyone enjoys games with story, apparently you're gonna enjoy that shit, because that game's primary thing is the story. So if you like shit like, I don't know, Uncharted, Tomb Raider, or you know, games that obviously have a big share of gameplay but that focus around a story, you're probably gonna like that. Like, it even has quick time events, dude. I'm not joking. You have cutscenes with quick time events. So if anyone is interested in that, I am most likely gonna play that game tomorrow. And hopefully it works well. It's basically the last game in the series that is not officially supported anymore. Every other one is on Steam, well, except for the Android one that is on Android, of course. But yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I said it was gonna be the final run, and it will be the final run. I didn't say it was gonna go to the end, but I'm glad it didn't. Fuck this piece of shit game. Thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. Yeah, most likely with that game I just mentioned. So have a good one, and take care.